You too, what it do, man? It's your boy Benji. We back in between the ropes. We love it all this way, man. Everything entertainment. We've been watching a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows, and of course, we've been catching wrestling. So I appreciate a lot of y'all that have joined the crew. We turn it up, man. We just hit over 600 subs. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. We really becoming a community. A lot of y'all are letting me know matches to check out, storylines to check out, movies to check out, TV shows to watch. Man, y'all have got me excited, and I do appreciate communicating with a bunch of y'all. We've gone live a couple times too, and I appreciate a lot of y'all that are showing up in the live streams. Man, y'all are cool, man. I'm not gonna cry because we got John Cena. So this episode of SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown, had John Cena open up the show. They were in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and John Cena opened up the show, continuing his good guy routine, getting the crowd hyped before mentioning this run of his won't last forever. I will mention, Cena is just the best one here to open the show. I'm not gonna lie. He had the crowd jumping, but yet remember like these people, this crowd, they're just fickle. They're fake. I don't know. Maybe I'm upset that the show I went to, the SmackDown I went to, didn't include John Cena, nor Cody, nor Seth, or Drew, or Logan Paul, or Roman Reigns, or CM Punk. I can keep going, obviously. Cena gets the crowd then to lose it all after he mentions his fear of Brock Lesnar and that the people will forget about him. He then gets a jolt of energy from the people and then ushers the challenge to everyone in the back with the, "If you want some, come get some." Well, Logan Paul's music hit. And the people are saying, "F you, Logan." But Logan spills some real. He tells Cena that the people that are supporting him aren't quite too bright. If you recall, Logan Paul hasn't switched up. He's right. John Cena is as flimsy as a wet rag. But then John Cena goes for a cheap pop, calling Logan a dumb A. But at the end of the day, Logan makes points. He's telling the truth again. John Cena is a liar. I can't believe that everybody's just allowing John Cena to switch up with zero explanation. But whatever, he is John Cena. He's the GOAT. That's fine. We'll just let it slide and enjoy the ride. It isn't long before the party is ruined and Drew McIntyre shows up after Logan and Cena agreed to fight in Paris. This leads to Mr. Save Your Whole RHODES showing up in the ring. And hold on, man. There's some drip in the ring now. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Logan Paul, like he got some LVs on. Cody Rhodes got some LVs on. Drew McIntyre got them ones. I ain't gonna lie, some drip in there. But yeah, anyways, Cody saves the day and John Cena announces that he's got a partner for tonight, 2-on-2. Not really what I expected, but I'm not gonna be mad at it. We got John Cena. The next match we got was Motor City Machine Bums versus the MFTs. I'm not gonna lie, let me not disrespect the boys. Motor City Machine Guns are not bums. They beat up and bruised and battered, but they're ready to take on the MFTs, who have now, surprisingly, formed a tag team. Go with them. Nice. Jason Mateo and Tala Tonga. Oh, awesome. Beautiful. Just what everybody wanted to see. Y'all know, I am not a fan of Mr. JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb. I'm not a fan. MCMG can only do so much. In the end, it is a huge choke slam from Tala Tonga that wins the match. Cool. Am I supposed to be excited for MFTs? Not really. We'll see what comes next. Well, next was actually a Solo SIKOA promo. Yeah, the MFTs are in the tag team division. Officially, via word of Mr. Solo. It isn't long before Nick Aldis interrupts Solo, calling himself the GOAT, and he assigns Sami Zayn to a match with Solo. That was perfectly timed. I didn't even do that on purpose. Snooze fest. Absolutely. My bad. The people love Sami Zayn. It's obvious this is his home. I will say Sami does let you really feel the moments of the match, and it is very easy to get behind him as an underdog. The way that this crowd is behind this guy, Sami, despite efforts from the MFTs to try and intervene in this match, Sami wins with a roll-up nonetheless, which is just a nice moment for Montreal, but I'm not sure where this is headed. Does this mean that Sami's going to be in the U.S. title picture? Is this the beginning of the ascent for Sami? This is kind of a random match, but I guess it does make sense if you would think about it. I mean, Sami never really got along with Solo, and he has saved the OG Bloodline members from the likes of Seth Rollins and even Solo, so this could be a feud, I guess. Well, we get a celebration for Alexa Bliss because it's Alexa Bliss' birthday. And Charlotte plays up this whole team player narrative, telling Alexa that she decided to share the spotlight with Miss Bliss for her birthday. It is kind of funny But the scene is drawn out, if you ask me, this entire scene. We get a glimpse of the cake that is made for Alexa. It says, congratulations to Charlotte Flair and Alexa. P.S. Happy birthday. Charlotte also gifts Alexa back Charlie the doll and grants Alexa Bliss the opportunity to hug Charlotte. Cringe, but the crowd loved it. So I'm just gonna, it's fine. The crowd loved it, whatever. But of course, the hug is interrupted by Miss Green and her mall cops. I mean, what are they? Chelsea throws a lot of jabs in Montreal, even though she's from Canada, but I think she's like from the other side. Like Victoria, I believe. I ain't gonna lie, Chelsea's just a gem though. I'm like, I gotta get behind her, bro. Chelsea's challenged to a match versus Charlotte, which makes Chelsea absolutely lose her mind. I love the fact that she just comes out there to talk smack and be a Karen, but then when she's actually asked to back up the stuff that she's talking about, she just doesn't know what to do. I find that hilarious. It's kind of funny too that like she doesn't want to like get dirty. Like she comes out with these nice outfits, even to the point where we saw her come out with the mask. She didn't want to get messy, dirty, beat up, anything like that. So like that's kind of what keeps her away from the ring as much as possible. She actually was throwing fits when she was the United States champion about having to actually defend the belt. But yeah, the match is quick. Chelsea gets a near fall with a superplex and then reverses an Unpretty Her. But this does not go Chelsea's way because her Unpretty Her is reversed as she gets her face smashed right into the cake by Miss Charlotte Flair, who then locks her up in a figure four and gets the W via submission. At least we're seeing a little bit of a dive into the character of Charlotte Flair that isn't necessarily her just being one-dimensional. And then backstage, if any of you forgot about R-Truth, I almost did. And it looks like goofy R-Truth is back too. CENA flips the script and tells Truth that he was the one acting weird for months. He tells R-Truth that R-Truth was the one that was trying to ruin wrestling. And then these dudes do like a little mime moment, you know, like miming, with acting like they're in the mirror. This is where we want Truth has gotten us. We catch Jade interrupting Tiffany, talking about how she's going to keep the title for a long time. Jade tells Tiffany how lucky she was that her foot was on the rope when she hit the Jaded, or Jade would have been our champion. I don't think Jade understands how sports work. Like, wouldn't this just mean that Jade wasn't ready for the big stage, or that Tiffany was prepared, or at least ring savvy? Wouldn't this mean she has a bunch of ring IQ and situational awareness? This would be like Steph Curry taking a charge on LeBron James or something like that. Tiffany knew the rules, and she stayed within them in order to win. Julia shows up with her mouthpiece, whose name I forgot, and they show up and say something pretty forgettable, but they do hand Miss Jade a card, which is supposed to, I guess, allow her to enlist Julia's services, or Kiana something. Kiana's services. But I don't know if that's for like a United States Championship shot, or if this is just for them to represent Jade. I don't know what this is for. Anyways, Mi Chin shows up and takes the card, talking about how badly she wants an opportunity at the United States Challenge. We'll give Mi Chin a title shot. That's fine. I don't know what the scene was. It was pointless to me. It made no sense. I don't think it was needed in the show. But at least we got some of our favorites on TV. Oh, no, wait. We did actually get a couple of video promos this episode. Like, we saw the Wyatts, who showcased some of the fellas in the back that don't speak. I don't know. I'm done with the Wyatts. So, I mean, that's up to y'all. If that's something you guys want to accept or pay attention to, that's up to you. I think they tried it. I think they failed it. I have no interest in the Wyatts anymore. I don't understand what they're here to do. I'm done with them. I will say, though, we do get a riveting Aleister Black promo. And Black says the difference between good and evil is just your convictions. The crowd cheered for Damien when he wanted to throw Aleister through a table, and that only woke up Mr. Aleister. Because he's not an eye for an eye guy. He's an eye for a limb kind of guy. It's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. His promo was solid, and he reiterates violence only begets more violence. So Black took out Damien for good, yet after a brutal brawl with Drew McIntyre, he bounced back and won another brutal brawl. Mr. Damien, has a hairline fracture, so I don't know what Aleister Black is going to do next other than just relish in the fact they took out Damian Priest, who many of us forgot about at this point. Now back to the main event. John Cena and Cody Rhodes fought against Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. I will say, this is one of the matches, at least in the entrance, the aura and presentation of Drew McIntyre. It's really good. Now I will mention, I felt like it was done a little differently this time around. It could mean something. Anyways, this match is whatever until Mr. CENA tags in. The crowd is electric, of course, when he does tag in and he hits the 5 moves of doom and then slams Logan into the mat with an FU. Honestly, forget about calling it an attitude adjustment. Drew breaks it up and then Cody jumps on Drew. This leads to Logan Paul hitting a low blow, which disqualifies, I guess, him and Drew. But it would normally be a disqualification, I guess. But this version of WWE does no contest now, so it's like nobody really wins, nobody loses. I don't really know why he did. Honestly, I have no idea why he did the low blow. It's not even like he was in a compromised position, but at that point, like the other guys had already interrupted the match, so it's like should be a scenario where Logan Paul is able to get his bearings. But whatever. I guess we're running out of time. I guess that's what it was. Anyways, y'all do cheer for Cody, and he does do some sick things. I find it a little interesting. I'm just saying, we act like Cody Rhodes is a pure babyface, but he does do some naughty things. I mean, he's literally clearing the table, ready to punish Mr. McIntyre. But this just only lends an opportunity for Drew McIntyre to just wreck Cody Rhodes, smashing him with the title, and then hitting him with that crazy Claymore that puts him through the table. Like, dude, no joke. The table literally just like I don't even know. Like, it just implodes upon itself. Like, Cody goes right through the wall. Or like the door. I don't even know this portion of the desk. Kind of like a cartoon where, you know, the guys kind of like run through the wall. It's literally how it happened. But I don't know. I don't know if this means something. Does this mean that Cody will be gone for a while? Because, I mean, this Claymore is pretty deadly. Is Cody going to be at Clash in Paris? I don't know. But I'm excited to actually get a match between these guys. I would like Mr. McIntyre to win it all. Me? I'm done with Cody. I'm done with Save Your Whole Rhodes. But if you know anything about the Clash series, Drew does not win. I think it will be tough to build Drew fast enough because we've seen him get rolled and pinned by literally everybody in the roster, or at least most of the roster. So, but I will say, all in all, this was not a bad show. Not bad. You know, I typically like to grade things yay, nay, and somewhere in the middle is okay. It's okay. It's actually an okay show. If you had just started watching SmackDown, this is not bad for what you're getting. It's a little chaotic. It's not really like anything that we just saw happen at SummerSlam really matters much in this episode, because it's not like we got an explanation truly of what's going on with John Cena. We didn't get an explanation as to why they care about Brock Lesnar. All we got was, come get something. That's it. John Cena's challenger at Paris is going to be Logan Paul, so I don't really know what's to think of anything. Like, literally nothing happened that continued a storyline from SummerSlam other than Jay still eyeing the title from Miss Tiffany. But again, like if you just watched Raw on Netflix and then showed up right now, what I'm saying is you should have been at the point, and if in January X, Y, and Z was going on, now that we're in August, there should be at least some continuation, some character development, something that happened that make you say, hey, dude, you got to go back and watch some of that stuff. You don't have to watch anything. John Cena went through 5 months of talking about how he's going to ruin wrestling, and that just went in the air. Brock Lesnar just showed up last week. In the air. Come get some. That's it. That's all we get. I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about Logan Paul. Up to this point, we shouldn't care much about Jey Uso winning a championship, because that's been poof up in the air. Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief, sure, but Solo Sikoa is your United States champion, which is kind of cool, but that's it. That's all we got. Like, Tiffany's still our champion. Like, nothing else changed other than the Wyatt Six become tag team champs, but they didn't really actually have a segment on the show. I mean, we have the Street Profits and DIY challenging each other to match up next week. Nothing much in entirety if we had to talk about the storyline, but at the very least, if you just tuned in to watch SmackDown today, you would say, oh, it's not a bad show. That's what I'm trying to get into. We'll see what happens over the next few weeks. But again, not terrible show, but if I think about it too long, it's going to make me mad, and I'm going to drop my grade. So I'm just going to keep it there. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below and other things you want me to catch